This week on All Around Music, we talk to the Underground Vault.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, if you, we already talked to him, so if you want to hear that interview, it will be available this coming Monday.
Mm-hmm. And for everybody that's listening to this podcast, that's not listening right this second, we're on Twitch right now, live, giving it a test run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a little different this week, broadcasting live on Twitch. So we're going to be doing that thing and doing our podcast, a normal podcast, but the interview is not going to be live on Twitch if you're watching right now, which I don't think anybody is because we just started 2 seconds ago.
Right.
But yeah, so we got the Underground Vault. They're from the UK. Cool dudes. We chatted them for a few minutes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Has that, it's a rock band, but it also has that like bluesy grunge tune to it. So if you like blues and you like grunge mixed with rock, regular rock.
Right. It's good stuff.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. So you got to check them out. You'll find it allaroundmusicpodcast.com. It's awkward doing video now. It is kind of awkward doing video.
It is.
What have you been up to this week, bud? What's new with you?
Not much. I've been off the past couple days. I was going to go to Warp, but it was hotter than hell out, so...
Yeah, I wish I could have went.
Pass.
I wanted to go. I really wanted to go.
I wanted to go, but a lot of other people couldn't go. Didn't want to go by myself. That's just weird.
Right, yeah. That is awkward. But hey, next week is our Incubus concert, so...
Yep. Oh, yeah. If anybody in the Indianapolis area is going to be there, we will be there in the lawn.
Yeah.
And I will be hammered.
Yeah, we will be.
30th birthday weekend.
I guess we can move on to the local spotlight.
Yes.
What we got going on, bud?
We got a lot going on. Why don't you give it a little scroll up there?
You got right there, bud. Right there.
Well, we got to get it all.
Gotta get it all.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Don't give me that crap.
So, Friday, July 28th and Saturday, July 29th, Swim Skinny will be performing at DT Kirby's Beach Food at Indiana Beach in Monticello, Indiana. No park admission required. No cover. Show starts at 9 p.m.
Yeah, it does. Friday, July 28th, Dead Batteries will be performing at Digby's Pub and Patio. Show starts at 10 p.m. No cover.
Friday, July 28th, Miles Over Mountains will be performing at the 6th Street Dive. Show starts at 10 p.m. No cover.
Saturday, July 29th, Fried Fest 2017 will take place in Converse, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Bands on the lineup include King's Gambit, which we've had on the show.
Yep, that's a local favorite.
Awesome dudes. Pickwick Commons, A Forbidden Ending, Barricades, Skate Better, and more. $10 cover and free camping. Nice. Doors open at 11 a.m. and show starts at 11:30 a.m. So
yes, and that show goes all the way into the night.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. It'd be hilarious if Forbidden Ending played last. Because then, it'd be forbidden to end the show.
Mm.
You're like, yeah, don't don't do that. Saturday, July 29th, Jake Willis will be performing at Digby's Pub and Patio. Show starts at 10 p.m. No cover.
Word.
Word.
Saturday, July 29th, Uncle Buck's Mojo Box will be performing at Sergeant Preston. Show starts at 9.
Uncle Buck's Mojo Box.
No cover.
That just says it all.
Yeah.
Why would you want to miss Uncle Buck?
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Saturday? No, I was wrong. Sunday, July 30th. Why did I say that also? July 30th.
July
30th. Putredy.
Mm-hmm.
Delusional parasitosis. And Desecrate the Faith.
Oh my.
Will be performing at Jerry Lee's Pub, hosted by the Doom Room. $10 cover. Show starts at 7 p.m.
21 plus.
21 plus.
I don't even want to talk about this next stuff. Like, it makes me sad. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. Most of you know that Lincoln Park's Chester Bennington has died at the age of 41. It was ruled a suicide.
Yeah. Sucks.
I've got a topic that coincides with that, so we'll leave that there. But we do these main topics that we really get into and talk about. So we'll be bringing that back up, but it coincides with the
Right.
the suicide.
So, Panic at the Disco went Artist of the Year of the 2017 Alternative Press Music Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know Panic at the Disco was even doing anything.
Yeah. In that song "Death of a Bachelor."
I don't know it.
Man,
I probably have heard it.
that was everywhere. Oh yeah. Justin Bieber banned from China because of
Oh no.
bad behavior.
Oh.
What they consider bad behavior is just
being named Justin Bieber.
just being a douche.
Wow. What is this? Patio makes history as most streamed song of all time. What is that?
You really? You haven't heard anything of that?
I don't know.
Oh my God. You're going to hear it and be like, why?
I don't know if I have or not.
Yeah, that it's the rave right now.
I probably heard it. I just don't know the name of it. You know what I mean?
Right. The Weeknd, Lord, and Coldplay are to headline the 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Kendrick Lamar buys a life-changing wheelchair-accessible van for one of his fans. That's
nice.
awesome.
Right. That's what I like to see.
Right? Like...
Give it back to the fans.
Totally.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran to guest star on music-themed Simpsons episode. He was just in Game of Thrones for all the Game of Thrones fans, but you already knew that.
So was Benadryl Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Oh, you mean...
That cracked me up today when I saw that meme. What was it? Somebody works on the show that has a name like that.
Benadryl Cucumber.
Yeah. Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong and Rance's Tim Armstrong have teamed up to form a new supergroup called the Armstrongs. Billy Joe's son, Joey Armstrong, one from the punk band Swimmers, and Tim's nephew, Ray Armstrong, round out the quartet, which also released their first song, If There Was Ever a Time. Yeah.
That title sounds like a Green Day song.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan to sell guitars and amps used on Smashing Pumpkins albums.
Nice.
Good luck paying for those.
I do want to hear the new thing with Billy Joe Armstrong and Tim Armstrong.
Yeah.
I want to hear that. I need to check it out. I've seen it a few times. I keep forgetting to listen to it. But that is life.
Right.
So some upcoming tours. North Lane has announced a UK and European Mesmer World Tour 2017.
Yeah. Good old North Lane. This is pretty cool. The Movie Life in the early November announced Fall co-headlining tour. September 26th, they'll be at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago, Illinois.
Nice. Sleeping with Sirens announced Intimate Gossip Tour September 8th at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago, Illinois.
Bottom Lounge is getting popular, man.
Yeah, it is.
Wilco announced a fall U.S. tour. Fortunately, nowhere close to Indiana. So check their website to find the closest event to you.
Nice. So what's your album of the week, bud?
Album of the week, I have The Sleeping. Their album Questions and Answers came out in 2006.
Nice.
What you got?
Well, I don't remember if I did it already or not, but I was listening to it this week, and that's going to be my album of the week. It's Bleed American by Jimmy Eat World.
Solid album.
Yeah, I can't remember if I did that or not already. I really can't. We've talked about them and Incubus so much that I don't remember if I did one. I know I did Incubus as an album of the week, but I don't know if I did Jimmy Eat World or not. So, if I did, sorry, but I don't think anybody's keeping track.
If he already did, it's just that good that it just made it in there again.
Yeah, it's round 2.
Round dose.
So this week we talked to the Underground Vault from the UK.
All the way from London.
Some pretty cool dudes. Did a little unexpected video chat.
Yeah, but it worked out.
But it was awesome. It was cool to see their faces, talk to them, and hear what they're all about. So let's check that. Oh, what?
Well, the funny thing is that one of their members couldn't be there, so they just put a poster of him up behind him.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was very clever. Hats off to them.
Some pretty cool dudes with some pretty cool music.
Mm-hmm.
So check that interview out and check their music out.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, that's what it's really all about.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello there.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Good. We got video on you, huh?
Oh, all right. So who do we got with us?
We've got Jamie, rhythm guitarist. How you doing? We've got behind us there on the wall. He's in Amsterdam. He's in Amsterdam at the moment, so we stuck that up for you.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
He's getting higher than the Empire State Building at the moment. So
Lucky.
And that's Pete,
How you doing, guys?
the master of bass.
Hey, Pete.
It's all good, man.
So,
I'm Blair.
And you're Blair?
Yeah.
All right.
So, could you guys tell us a little bit how you guys, has the band formed and everything?
Well, we were all sort of in and out of bands. A lot of us doing covers and bits like that, and we knew each other for a long time, and we wanted to start getting originals back together because that's where our hearts were. So we started bringing in everyone we wanted to. We handpicked the members of the band to form what we've become so far. And yeah, all our influences now are into the music, and they're going to keep progressing onto our next EP. So
Nice.
Awesome. So speaking of influences, the influences usually shape the style of the band. Who or what could you say are your influences? They don't have to necessarily be musical either.
I would say, I mean, we all come from probably slightly different styles of music, but I mean, my influences are like rock blues, like Hendrix, the Clapton, Cream, all that kind of stuff, 60s, 70s movement, but also a mixture of the 90s, kind of like Oasis, sort of the Britpop kind of scene and stuff. But apart from that, apart from musical influences, I'd say that life in general is quite a big influence, stuff that's going on around the world. Yeah, we find influence everywhere, really.
Nice.
You were talking about the 90s. I can definitely hear the 90s. I was telling Grant that I was listening to all your stuff today, and one track in particular off the EP really reminded me of a mix between, your voice reminded me a mix between Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Well, what song? Can you remember what song was that?
It was the third track. I can't remember what it's called.
Hold Me Close.
It is Hold Me Close.
That's
the
it.
soul one, is it? Yeah. We get to forget we play so many. We don't play them back live, so we can see you guys now.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
It's strange not seeing anyone.
Right. I thought it was.
Yeah, we don't play them back to back, so
okay.
we play them in lots of different orders now, and we released it. So yeah, it's but yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear. So. Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We try to get like a range of sounds. Like we don't want each track to sound exactly the same, so we try and take it different places, bring up the energy, drop it down again. That's the idea.
Nice.
Just play with it.
Probably gonna sort of more moving towards next EP. We, if not album, we'll probably go album, maybe potentially next. Got to see how the land lies with that, but yeah, probably start going maybe towards like progressive dance rock into soulful blues. We want to now mix genres more, and keep it interesting.
The things about the 5-track, we wrote it within 2 weeks, and we've sort of gigged it now since last September when we first did our first rehearsal. You know, so it all come together, and since then we've been doing bigger and bigger gigs and stuff's been happening, so we haven't really had time to write anymore. So, but we just sat down earlier tonight before meeting you guys because it's a bit later on here than it is there. We had a few hours to sit and chill out, and already started writing stuff for the next. So we've got 3 or 4 tracks now ready.
Nice.
Nice.
So moving forward, yeah.
So do you guys have any certain process you go through when you're writing your songs?
I would say probably most of the time it starts with a guitar riff, that I would probably come up with, and then I would then probably record it at home and send it to these guys via WhatsApp. And via that we kind of get ideas, and we kind of throw ideas around on WhatsApp, and then we get into the studio and then form the song. That's probably, would you agree that's how it...
Yeah, that's how it's worked so far.
Once we get in the rehearsal studio, it's usually by the end of that session we've got that song pretty much on lock. You know, we just work on it, get the dynamics together, and just make it the track we want it to be.
Things happen fast, and words come together quick, and the structures, we make it interesting, but normally by the end of the session it's done.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's why we knew in that first session we met up last September. Like, I didn't know any of the boys really. I met them once or twice, and after that session, that Dawnbreaker was the first track we wrote. We came away from that, and we just knew we were onto something then, you know.
Nice.
Like,
inspiration came swiftly, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's funny. It was late on a Sunday night that we met up, and we all had to go work on the Monday.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop us. We were so buzzing. We were just like in there till like gone 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Night, and we had an hour and a half drive back from the studio we were at. And we were buzzing all the way, and we knew then that we had to keep pushing it. And from that moment, we didn't know whether it would work or not. The dynamics, everyone together. But luckily for us, and hopefully other people that enjoy our music, it worked.
And that's the key as well. We get on as a band. That's a key element, that the 4 guys, we all gel nicely. So there's no egos, there's no kind of battling.
It works.
That's always good.
So what are your songs usually about when you write them, lyrically?
Lyrically? They can be about a lot of different things, really. I mean, what would you say are the kind of topics that come up in the songs?
It's quite a weird one, because we've all got the different ways. Sometimes we all write. Sometimes one of us starts buzzing off writing. We let them lyrically go with it rather than try and pick and choose and everyone throw in lyrics, rather than let the whole vibe of what someone's feeling. So we've all got probably a bit different styles on that. I'll go a little bit, mine a bit darker, deeper sometimes. Blair's are very soulful, very nice emotions, powerful,
Jamie's really good with lyrics, like coming up with, I will kind of write lyrics that kind of rhyme, and Jamie will kind of find a lot of deeper meaning to lyrics. So he'll come up with lyrics that I wouldn't even think about. So that's really good. That works really well there lyrically between us two.
Sort of look, from me, and we have in the past, we like to think of different ways to express ourselves. There's a lot more feelings than love and hate, and there's a lot more going on for us and a lot of people. So,
I mean, Hold Me Closely is a love song. Mm-hmm. That's about relationship. It's about love. And when you look at songs like Hold Me Closely, which is about love, and then Ghost is not about love. It's about something much deeper, much darker. So 2 massive contrasts there. But so it just goes to show we write about relationships. We write about things that we fear, that we're scared of, hope and dreams and stuff as well. So big variety of things.
I mean, that first EP there is a lot of it's reflections on past experiences, isn't it? From your guys' point of view. And so going forward, we want to look at more present and future experiences. Trying to capture that.
Right.
So do you think the UK music scene's a little bit different than the US?
Yeah, I think the majority of the UK music scene, in terms of commercial music, it's pretty crap. I mean, we're being honest. I'm being honest.
Yeah, no.
It's rubbish.
We had the 90s, and it just sort of after the 90s, it I don't know really. We've had a couple of big bands that are broke, but realistically, the scene after that, the independent labels died, the big business sort of took over, and the platforms sort of died for band music. When in America, it looked like it went the other way. You know, you've always had a strong band presence.
Music scene in the UK, I mean, in terms of, if you look at the main top 40, it's like McDonald's. It's just commercial rubbish. Where we've had such some great eras in music, 60s, massive amount of music. So did America, but especially UK in the 70s and 80s and 90s especially as well. But now it's just like nosedive. So the stuff that isn't in the mainstream, if you get out to the venues, the music venues, you got such great music going on, great bands and great artists that are performing, but they're not mainstream. So there's a massive difference nowadays between mainstream music and the real artists and bands. So we're kind of, without sounding corny, everything's kind of gone underground. It has here.
That's where it's gone. It's gone back to how it used to be, really.
Yeah.
To find decent bands and to find artists who we've played with loads. We're playing next Saturday at Twickenham Stadium, which is our national rugby stadium. It's auditorium. It's an auditorium there with about 6. Yeah, it can fit about 1,000 to 1,800 in there. But it's an indoor. This one's indoor, but it's part of the stadium, and there's all bands there who've won like competitions all around the area. And but you need to be going to these sort of places to find anyone. You won't find artists like that by just
looking at the charts.
Yeah, it just won't happen.
Right.
So
you guys have a decent local music scene, and
we used to have a massive. I mean, if you look at the history of kind of the Southwest London, obviously because where we're from, most of us from Southwest London, like Richmond and Twickenham, which is where we kind of are centred.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of whole area was kind of the birth of UK blues rock. Around us, just locally, people like the Who, bands like the Who,
mm-hmm.
Right,
Townsend, Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, the Rolling Stones, all came from within 6 miles of where we live.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like something's in the water.
It's like probably keep going. There's Deep Purple and they close.
Yeah, all the bands are from that area. So
and that's the thing. This area is calling for that scene again. There's definitely a gap for it. Everyone knows that history and they're looking for it. So we want to be a part of that.
Which we are kind of starting.
Yeah,
right?
we're starting to get that scene going again. And we're getting together with local bands, putting nights on.
A lot of venues that these great bands played, the ones that are left now, some are closed down and become like Subways or whatever. But some of them that are open still, we've got in contact with promoters and the owners. And we're now putting on live events in these great places. So we're kind of reigniting the live scene.
Nice.
Which is what it used to be.
Sounds like you guys are in the right place in the right time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, try if anything, it would give everyone else a kick up the arse to start getting involved and start actually giving a shit again, because you can't just let it go stagnant. The creativity's there, the band's there. People need a platform, and we can start reigniting it around Twickenham, Richmond, these areas where all these bands, these big bands we spoke of, come from. They still live there. Pete Townsend, Mick Jagger, they're all still there. We just go knock on their door and get them out. Get them down there, give them a little red stripe beer, whatever they need.
There you go. Just come out, guys.
Do a lot of your guys' local bands work together to get shows together and everything, or?
We are. We've got between us. We know a lot of musicians, and we've got quite a large network of real friends, musicians and bands, and we're kind of working together to put on events now.
That's awesome, because it's the complete opposite here.
Yeah.
Really?
Why is that?
I don't know. It seems like it's a competition sometimes more than it is like a group effort to open a venue or to get a show together and play together and enjoy each other's music and everything.
It's a shame that. Yeah, I mean, we used to be. I think it was like that quite a while back, but I mean, now you need each other. Even more than ever, we need each other because you can't rely on some of these back-end promoters in London. You know, they want you to sort of almost pay them to play at their venue. You know, they're trying to rip little bands off that literally haven't even got 5 cents to rub together.
Yeah.
You know, and so it takes bands to get together, go and get a venue. It's nothing. You get all your mates, get everyone, and just start enjoying it.
Yeah, work together. You'll have a bigger crowd to appreciate your music. If 3 or 4 bands come together, you've got 3 or 4 different fan bases there.
Right.
Exactly.
That you can share. I mean, music's music. So, I mean, there shouldn't really be a competition. Everyone should just appreciate each other's differences and bands.
The other thing is, you know, we want to put these nights on, and we know no one else is going to do it for us.
No.
We're the ones going to have to make it happen. So.
Right.
We band together, excuse the pun. And get it done.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad the local scene over there has got it together. Hopefully, people listen to this and take note.
Yeah.
So what's the scene like? Is it Illinois, isn't it?
Indiana.
We're in Indiana. So we're about 2 hours southeast of Chicago.
Right, okay.
So we have, here in Lafayette, that we have Purdue University, so a lot of the attention is taken away from that. So it's always about the university here. So you never really hear about, the local shows because nobody promotes them. They'll book the bands, they'll put it on their Facebook, and that's it. They won't promote it at all. So it's pretty hard to find a good show around the area anymore.
There's not really a lot of good venues. Well,
yeah, that too. There used to be
a couple, but
there's some good venues here in town, but there used to be a lot more. There used to be a bigger scene. There used to be like the smaller pop-up places where you could go in and pretty much play whatever night you wanted to play. But now it's, I feel like they're trying to make it more mainstream here.
Yeah.
I think that's a constant battle everywhere, but
I think so. What kind of music is it? Is it kind of rock music, or is it, what kind of stuff is it over there?
It's either country or metal.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a little bit of regular rock. There's a couple artists here around Lafayette that are hip hop, but mainly just country and metal. So not much variety, but better than nothing, I guess, right?
Yes.
So since we're talking about venues, do you guys have a favorite venue that you've played this year?
What would you say? I think
a bit hard. It's a bit unfortunate. We've just last week, 2 weeks ago it was now, wasn't it? We played a big fair in Twickenham, and it's in front of over 2,000 people.
Oh wow!
It's open air, yeah. It's loads of different artists. We are lucky to get on as an originals band, but the local promoter got us on. So we played that, and
that was a massive.
Yeah, it's massive. It was really big. We'll send you some links at some point. We'll send you to Twitter just to show you what it's like. But it's
nice.
That was
huge.
That was quite a big one for us because going back about 6-7 years ago, me and Jamie was in a band together, and we played that same venue. It was not as big as it was then, but we played it. And so going back this time around, 6-7 years later, it was quite a big thing for us. It was quite a special thing for us. I mean, that was quite a good gig, and I suppose the Ealing Club gigs that we done was quite special as well because of the historical factor of the gig, the bands that played there back in the 60s, so that was quite a special one as well.
It was a great little venue as well, real intimate little club, and there's some great acts on as well. As well as us, there was some other great live music.
Just really different.
From just singer-songwriter to kind of it was like a real bluesy kind of bluegrass type band. Just nice variety, but getting that up close and personal with other live acts, so much fun.
And this venue we played, like Hendrix played there in the 60s, Rolling Stones, literally everyone played there.
That's awesome.
And the thing is, nowadays it's almost on the way. Even the people who own the venue there are saying it's only going to be a matter of time before it won't be there anymore. So
about a year.
Yeah,
about 1 year.
1 year they reckon.
It'll be knocked down.
And
Oh, wow.
luckily we've had the chance to play there twice, and we'll be back there. Hope soon. We will
Towards the end of the
be.
year, probably. Yeah.
But yeah, that's is what it is now, unfortunately.
Yeah, those are the cool venues. It'd be nice if there was a way to keep it open.
Right.
So much history behind it. It's like, how can you tear a building down like that? But
Yeah.
it happens, I guess.
I suppose the corporate disease kind of kicks in, and
Yeah. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
it is.
They said, look at that valuable space. We could really put a franchise in there.
Yeah,
We can
or
make
just-
a coffee shop. Everyone should.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, what is it? CBG,
Yeah, CBGBs.
CBGB's in New York is now like a retail store. It's like, really? That's like one of the most iconic venues in the world, and it's some little like clothing store now. So
Right.
Because we need more of those.
yeah.
All they do in London is just build these flash apartments everywhere. No one in England can afford to buy them, and they just get rich foreign investors to buy them, and they just stay empty. So it's really strange.
Wow.
Strange concept now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be a shame when that club closes down, but it's good to say we've played there now.
At least we got in there. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
part of the history.
That's it.
Part
Yeah.
of history.
Yeah.
We'll be a rubble soon.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the bright side of it, right?
Yes.
So do you guys have any shows coming up? And tell us a little about it if you do.
Yeah, we've got a big show next Friday, the 28th, and that's at the Twickenham Stadium, kind of our national kind of rugby stadium. So that's going to be a good gig for us. I think the sound engineer guy is a Rolling Stone sound engineer.
Oh, nice.
So the sound should be good, hopefully.
It's not the actual. Just for record, it's not the actual outdoor stadium. It's in the stadium in a
It's a car
massive.
park.
It is a big auditorium.
I'll be out there. I don't know about you guys. I'll be there.
It's our instruments, but it won't be plugged in.
Yeah.
So you brought with you today the new single "Ghost"
Yes.
of the recent released EP "Dawnbreaker."
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the song before we let you go?
Ghost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's quite a personal kind of deep meaning thing for me. I was going through a bit of a hard time, and I was going through some weird, freaky dreams, and some experiences. So I kind of wrote about my experiences, and if you kind of listen to the lyrics of what the song's about, and you can kind of guess what kind of happened to me and I went through at the time. So the song was written probably about, I don't know, maybe about a year, 6 months to a year before we formed this band. In terms of a demo, was kind of written about it. And then we kind of brought it into this band and made it what it is now. But it's a scary kind of song, and expresses everything that I felt when I wrote it, really.
Awesome. All right. Well, don't want to keep you guys up too long.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out of
Yeah.
your evening and hanging out and
We
chat with us.
appreciate. Yeah, it was great talking to you guys across the pond as well. So
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. hopefully after our next release we can chat again and see where we're all at, and we'll keep promoting your show and your podcast and that. You're doing a great job for bands, so well done.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, let
nice
us
one.
know when you guys got some new stuff, and we'll get you back on.
Yeah,
Definitely.
perfect. Yeah, brilliant.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Have a
Yeah,
good one.
nice.
We'll let you know when it's up. It'll be up Monday, but I'll send you guys an email and
Right.
let you know where to find it.
Okay, nice one.
Excellent.
Cheers, guys.
Yep.
Cheers.
Have a good
Good
night.
one.
You too.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
definitely check out the Underground Vault.
Yeah.
Great music.
Mm-hmm.
So since, the devastating and tragic news of Chester Bennington committing suicide, there was an article. Thursday's Jeff Rickley shares thoughts on why singers have high suicide rates. Following the death of Linkin Park's Chester Bennington, one fan reached out to Rickley asking if he had any insights on why this seems to happen in the industry, along with asking, how do we help people who, from an outside view, seem to have it all? Rickley responded with an amazing note that went into detail about the pressures that singers have to face, along with the environment that all band members find themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I do actually think there are a bunch of factors, a work on why we see a high suicide rate, along with drinking and drugging to death among singers. The kinds of people that tend to gravitate towards devoting their lives to music are often quite introverted. We all know the effect that music has, especially on the solitary spirit. The level of devotion required to become a famous singer also almost guarantees that the singers have an unhealthy obsession with music. Now take these introverts and throw them into a group dynamic where they are joined closely with other musicians and also stand apart. Being a singer is like being a goalie. You're a teammate, but you stand alone and often get blamed for when you lose the game. The only child dynamic is stressful for introverts in the best of times. Can I get a little scroll there?
Mm-hmm.
Now put them on a 10-month a year and put them on tour 10 months a year and add easy access to drugs and alcohol. Now add public opinion and the cycle of ego inflation and ego destruction that comes with a career in the spotlight. 1 minute you're a genius, the next you're an idiot. The last, and I believe most significant factor, is one faced by other entertainers and models. I have friends who are adult stars, and we discuss what exactly we will do when we've sold the last drops of our youth. We can't retire on our earnings. Your youth itself becomes the commodity of yours that other people sell. He said, did you know labels will insure certain body parts of their artists?
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange thing to experience. If you're lucky, you last long enough to wave goodbye to your youth and a lot of your career in the process.
Mm-hmm.
All of these factors probably contribute in some way. I try to stay pretty grounded, and I've had periods where I didn't think I could handle it anymore. I'm not sure if I know the answers. I'm certainly searching for mine. Recovery, my relationships, and service seem to be the cornerstones. Lots of love, Jeff.
Yeah, it sucks. Like,
yeah.
I wonder if the people close to him knew. I'm sure they had to have known. Like,
yeah,
that he was struggling. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It definitely hit close to home. And, people are going to say, well, how's that make you upset when you've never met this person? And that's not what it's about. It's how you connect with their music.
Right.
You connect with it and you feel the emotion. And then it's like you feel that connection the rest of the time that those people are musicians.
Right. I don't normally get too upset when I hear about celebrity deaths because I don't know the person. And it doesn't usually hit that home to me. But this was like, I was thinking about all the times that I listened to their music and like...
Exactly. All the memories connected with the music.
It's sad to think that you're never going to hear them come out with something great again.
Right.
And you're never going to hear him do that again.
No.
And that sucks.
He was such a unique individual that you will never hear anything like that ever.
But, then at the same time, you got to think, luckily, he was successful in his career. And he has all this music that was great, and what it did for me can still do for somebody in the future. Exactly. So he will always live through that, but it's sad to see him go.
Right. Very.
So,
Yeah, that was I just felt weird that entire day after I.
Dude, he got me through my angsty teenage years.
Exactly. Like when I first heard Chester Bennington,
Right.
it literally shaped where I am sitting today.
Yeah, dude, Linkin Park was the first band I ever listened to that had like any kind of metal in it at all.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't like the heavy stuff that I listen to now. It was the first CD that I ever owned where there was any kind of like somewhat screaming in it or anything. Or it just Linkin Park opened me up to so much more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
I remember sitting on the school bus.
Yeah.
With my Discman and my headphones
Sony
on.
Discman.
And I had Linkin Park in that thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I listened to. And that was a half an hour bus ride for me.
Oh, yeah.
Back and forth to school. And it was Linkin Park both ways.
Yep.
And so it sucks. Like, I think about that and think about, like, how they got me into the music that I love.
Right. Yeah.
And
it shaped the way of what I like to listen to.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I still have that CD. Like, I bought it.
Yeah,
I still have that very same CD to this day. Still
yeah,
have it.
I do too.
Hybrid Theory.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you see the music video, like, when we were kids, we see that music video, and you're like, oh.
Right.
Like, this is awesome. It wasn't like anything that was out at the time.
I have the live DVD set of them when, like, live DVDs were all the rage.
Yeah, I have one. Is it the one where they're live in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Yeah.
And even when they first came out, they had this DVD. It was called Linkin Park Live at the Pancake Festival.
Oh yeah.
I still have that, but like they had all the music videos that they did on there and everything, and then like live perform. Like it's old, but yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I said, most celebrity things don't bother me. There's something about this one that really kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
And Robin, I'm going to say Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, that was...
And this one really got to me.
Yeah, because Robin Williams is and always will be one of my favorite comedians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to add in there that if you or someone you know is struggling, mentally, and they just can't cope, there is help to be found. Whether it's talking to a friend, family member, even if it's a complete stranger, sometimes just talking helps. And just getting it out, venting. I do it sometimes. Sometimes it's not very subtle. A lot of the times it's just anger from the day. And we post all the show notes on our website, so we have a bunch of links here. There's get immediate help. It's mentalhealth.gov. Online Crisis Network, International Association for Suicide Prevention, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, National Alliance of Mental Illness, American Psychiatric Association, National Institute of Mental Health, American Psychological of Mental Health. So there's a bunch of links on there. Mm-hmm. Even if you're having trouble and you just can't find someone to talk to, message us.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll hang out and talk with you.
We got Skype.
We do. We got Skype. So
yeah, there's always somebody that wants to help. Don't think you're alone. You're not alone.
No.
So yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
From a sad subject.
I just wanted to let people know.
I know
that
so children's music therapy program is established in Chris Cornell's honor. Still on a sad subject.
Yeah. But this is going towards a greater good.
Right. So in honor of the late Chris Cornell's birthday, Seattle-based nonprofit Child Haven have established the Chris Cornell Music Therapy Program at Child Haven in memory of the late musician and philanthropist. I can't say that word.
Philanthropist?
Yeah. Vicky Cornell has already committed $100,000 to assist Child Haven's therapeutic early learning model for trauma-affected children. The Chris and Vicky Cornell Foundation is excited to join Child Haven to support its extraordinary work impacting the lives of those in need, said Vicky Cornell. Chris and I have always shared a strong belief in the healing and inspiring power of music, and through Child Haven's establishment of this program, we are able to keep the promise for Chris by continuing to protect the world's most vulnerable children. The children at Child Haven, from infants to 5-year-olds, will be offered therapy through a Chris Cornell music therapy program. Through the music therapy program, children affected by trauma are provided a creative outlet through which they can express and explore difficult feelings through music, including interactions with a wide variety of instruments. Because of what they've experienced, a lot of children come to Child Haven struggling with anger and other overwhelming emotions. Noted local musician Brian Vogan, who runs music therapy at Child Haven, says, being able to beat on drums is really helpful for them. Other kids are very shy, and music helps them bring them out of their shell. And they're honored to preserve Chris Cornell's memory through this program. So that's a pretty cool thing to check out.
Damn headphones, you can hear me like... Sorry. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing they got going on there.
Yeah.
So I saw this earlier in the week. Hip-hop ousts rock as the most listened to genre in America.
I feel like that happened a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, it was going to happen because, the rock and roll genre is so flooded.
Well, so
what
the
is
hip-hop
considered
genre, though.
Yeah, but what is considered rock and roll nowadays? It's all like Nickelback.
Yeah, there's too many genres.
That's not even good rock and roll. That
No, it's not.
that is that's not even good rock and roll. That's generic. It's just generic corporate produced bullshit. That's what it is.
I don't know. But so hip hop is winning.
Yeah. It says rock music may still be a favorite in our hearts, but the overall favoritism in America seems to be changing. For the first time ever, hip hop has beat out rock for the title of most popular genre in America.
Yeah.
Forbes also reports that R&B and hip hop are now responsible for 25.1% of all music consumption in the U.S., while rock claims 23% according to the study. However, it is interesting to see the numbers are affected by streaming. Rock is the winner when it comes to album sales, claiming 40% of album sales in the country. However, hip hop and R&B are responsible for just over 29% of streams across the country.
This beer's warm.
Yeah, which is continuing to grow. Forbes reports that streaming of that genre is about as much as rock and pop combined.
So Spotify is sued for copyright infringement again.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So I'll tell you why.
Yeah, tell me why.
Spotify has been hit with the 2 lawsuits for copyright infringement, as THR reports. In separate suits, a Nashville-based publisher and songwriter claim that the streaming service has failed to obtain the necessary licenses to stream work from their respective catalogs. In one suit, obtained by Pitchfork, Bob Guido, I don't know how to say his name.
I always give you those where you can't say the name.
You do this to me every freaking time.
Although I did have a doozy last week.
I don't
for
care.
myself.
It's your own fault. Bob Guido, sure. A songwriter, founding member of Frankie Valli and Four Seasons, is suing Spotify for the use of 106 of his compositions. Blue Water Music Service Corporation lists 2,399 songs in the other complaint. According to Variety, both ask for $150,000 per instance, the maximum penalty for copyright infringement in the United States. The court document claims Spotify's apparent business model from the outset was to commit willful copyright infringement first, ask questions later, and try to settle on the cheap when inevitably sued. Spotify declined to comment to Pitchfork, obviously. In June, Spotify settled a class action lawsuit from camper van Beethoven's David Lowry, which alleged that the company was distributing copyrighted material without securing the necessary mechanical licenses. In response, Spotify announced that it would establish a $43.4 million fund to compensate songwriters and publishers whose compositions the service used without paying mechanical royalties. So what Spotify sounds like is doing is they're going and they're just putting the songs in their catalog, letting them play, and when the artist figures it out, they're going to deal with lawsuits later.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. So
that's like, let's rob this bank. We'll deal with the consequences later.
Yeah. So they're playing the. It sounds like they're playing the music. They're getting the music, playing the music on their service, but they're not taking the time to go through the proper channels to get permission to do it, to get the royalties to the artist, and everything else. And so you wonder why Spotify doesn't make any money. Like, come on. You got to wonder if they're all doing it.
Right.
Is it just Spotify? Is Apple doing it?
I mean,
is Pandora doing this? And
no, Coblu, we don't hate Spotify. It's just, it's like they're always in the negative side of the news. But
yeah, I like Spotify.
Spotify is brilliant. It's a great idea.
It is.
But at some point, when are you going to make a profit?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to keep going if you're not making a profit and you're paying all these lawsuits all the time?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
$1 million lawsuits. Like, where are you getting the money?
From your $10 a month.
Right.
Because what was there like?
But how are they going to pay millions of dollars?
What was it, like 100 million subscribers or some crazy crap like that? Or?
Right, but they're not making a profit.
That's because they're spending all their money on bullshit.
It's
like
they're
lawsuits.
God, whoever's, you know, because at one point they're gonna be like, "Fuck, we don't have money to pay this lawsuit."
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But I guess keep going.
Yeah, it's just, I understand. I guess that there's so much music out there that at some point they probably just like screw it, put it all on there, and we'll deal with the consequences later.
Yeah, that's literally what they're doing.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense, honestly,
right.
Because
they're like, just get it on there and we'll deal with it.
You just gotta hope that the courts don't come and like really kick you in the ass for it. Like, that's the only thing you gotta hope for, is that you don't get screwed by doing that. Which,
you weren't kidding. That beer's like super warm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're drinking. Oh wait, okay.
This is the Ultra.
I thought you were drinking the Bush.
There is one down in there still.
No, that's like that's like lava.
Like it says, they put $43 million into a fund to compensate this. But honestly, you gotta wonder. So these people are suing them for the max $150,000 per instance charge.
Right.
If they would have done it the right way to pay the royalties, they would have probably never paid $150,000.
Oh no.
To them.
No, there's no way.
And I guess I wonder, is
because it would have been done right.
But we don't know if they're going to get that. You know, they might not get that $150,000. Right. But you got to pay your lawyers to fight that, and I'm sure their lawyers are like $150,000 an hour.
Okay, you got to pay me $150,000 to ward off this $150,000 fine.
Right. I don't know. I mean, they're smarter than us. That's why they're Spotify.
Yeah. Spotify.
They know what they're doing.
I guess. Apparently, if they're somehow still a company.
Yeah. And they're like the biggest music streaming service in the world.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Spotify has always rebelled against the copyrights, even before it came in the U.S. See, I did not know that. Thanks, Code Blue.
Yeah. So this is why I like our live chat thing.
Yeah. You get information, then we get information. It's like a pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to pay me for... No, I'm kidding.
You got to pay me $150,000.
You pay me $5 now, and I'll give you $6
you know what I'm gonna
later.
Do? I'm going to vape.
Oh, God.
I'm going to vape on Twitch. So badass.
Like everyone else.
I did it.
Weak cloud, bruh. Weak cloud.
I just did it. I didn't want to go full.
Should have went full.
I don't know, man.
You always go full.
Cody, I don't know about Chance the Rapper saving SoundCloud. Please tell us.
Because he didn't, because I didn't hear anything.
I didn't know about this.
Chance the Rapper saving SoundCloud. Yeah, usually SoundCloud's on the negative side of the news, too.
Yeah, SoundCloud doesn't seem like they've been doing that great either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to buy that company. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Did Chance the Rapper buy the company? Code Blue?
It. I don't know. We got a delay here. So, Jay-Z closes in on the Beatles.
Yes, he does.
So, what's that all about, bud?
Jay-Z lands his 14th number one album as 444, or as his album Illuminati. Enters the Billboard 200 in the top spot. Only one other artist in chart history has amassed as many as 14 number one albums. The Beatles have tallied 19. But Jay-Z ties the Beatles in one key aspect: most albums of new material that have reached number one. All 14 of Jay-Z's number one albums are collections of material. The Beatles tally 19 number one albums, including 5 compilations of vintage recordings. The Beatles' 1967 through 1970 anthology 1, 2, and 3, and all the single disc compilation 1. 444 is Jay-Z's 11th consecutive solo studio album. God, that was a mouthful. 444 is Jay-Z's 11th consecutive solo studio album to reach number one. His other 3 number one albums are an EP with Linkin Park and full-length collabs with R. Kelly and Kanye West. That's the longest string of consecutive number one studio albums in chart history, discounting collaborations with other artists. Jay-Z's last studio album to miss the number one spot was his sophomore release, In My Lifetime Volume 1, which debuted and peaked at number 3 in November 1997. It's extraordinary for an artist to maintain this level of heat for over 20 years.
Wasn't it Gabby that was saying that Dr. Dre's better than Jay-Z?
Yeah.
On our way down to the concert?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to forward this.
And I argued that. And I literally said, well, he's never had 14, solo number one studio albums.
Indeed.
Compared to Dr. Dre's latest album that he released, which was
a garbage fire.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Sorry, Dre, but it was too.
So what, Cody? You gave us a little info about.
Oh wow! Look at all that info.
Yes, Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. We know. So Chance the Rapper gave $50,000 to SoundCloud to try to keep it afloat.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is a Band-Aid, Cody. I don't. Yeah. I just don't care for SoundCloud. I am a SoundCloud hater. I don't care for it.
Right.
But I'm also not someone making music and putting it on SoundCloud, so I can't really say a whole lot in that sense. But
although NWA greater than Jay-Z, yeah.
Well, yeah, but not because of Dre.
Right. Not because no. I
mean, I guess he was like he had a lot to do with it. But
right.
I don't know. I like Jay-Z a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
So.
You got the Hova.
Oh, so.
Shaboy. In the world. That's how he says world. World.
What do you think, Matt? We got the Twitch thing going.
Yeah, we got it going.
Do you like it?
I like it.
Do you like it?
I do. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think my cat's making a bunch of noise.
Yeah, I was like, me.
The other cat's probably beating her up.
We're not going to be restricted to just one camera. We're getting another camera. It's actually going to be here tomorrow. So,
I was giving Cody a thumbs up because of Easy E.
Right. Yeah, we're going to be doing. I mean, we record every Friday, so.
I think we're going to live stream them.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not as difficult as we thought it was going to be. Just a lot of setup, but after you get it set up, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I'm probably going to edit this somewhat so it's not so weird for people listening after the fact.
Yeah, if they're just listening to the audio.
Especially for the bands that we interview, so that...
Yeah, they'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
man?
people are like, what the hell's going on? So I'm probably going to cut some of this out here and there to make it a little more friendly for the people listening after the fact.
Right.
But yeah. Hey, Cody, sounds pretty good. Thank you, bud. That's because
Awesome.
I got this little guy going.
Uh-oh.
And it's all going on there, Cody. It's all on there. I'm getting drunk too, so
Lucky.
yeah.
So yeah, August 25th,
Live episode.
Be here on Twitch. It'll be a different setup. We'll have a camera just for us, and then we'll have a camera for our guests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so our guests are going to include, we're going to have on Michael Bolden, Jennifer Stanley, Dustin Wayne. Code Blue's going to be on here. He's chatting it up in the stream right now.
Yeah, he is.
In the old chatterbox over there.
Our mics are about even because I'm amazing, Cody.
Because he has a degree.
And I have this compressor plug-in, smashing the piss out of it. So
yeah, Code Blue, and we're gonna have on Mike Bradley. A little bit of music for everyone. There's a wide range of genres. We're also gonna have on a band from here in Indiana. They're called Whalebones. You can check them out. They're on Facebook and all the social media. YouTube. They're on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
And the great thing that the Twitch viewers love, and we want you to love, is the gifts we're going to be giving away. So we got a couple of sponsors lined up. I just talked to more people today. So we're going to be giving away items from them. We're going to be giving away merch bundles from the Wise Man's Fear. If you've never listened to them, you should definitely check them out.
Probably should do that.
You should, yeah. Yeah, good guys, great music. Probably going to be giving away some Funko Pop heads too. A lot of people like that.
I forgot about that. You told me that. I forgot about that.
Not going to tell you what they are. You're just going to have to tune in and see all the prizes. We're actually giving away a canvas art piece as well from a local artist here.
Nice.
So a lot of good things. Another company on board. He has a lot of, he does the 3D printing and he has all that.
He does more than 3D printing. That dude's
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know what the actual name of it is, but he does metal fabrication.
Yes.
He's got like a CNC machine or something.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, dude, he makes all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. So he's going to be making some items for us. I'm not going to give away what it is yet. More the reason to watch the live episode. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of giveaways, a lot of great music. Everybody wants the Funko Pops. I might have to get a few extra. Really reel them in.
Oh.
I already have a lot of them lined up. I want to tell you what they are, but I can't. But it's things that everyone
You're gonna
loves.
tell me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'll probably steal them.
No, I won't.
No.
I don't understand those things.
I don't either, but people love them. Some of them are cool.
Gabby's got one, and I don't understand it.
Well, she's got the bandwagon Funko Pop head.
Yeah, what is that? Richard Sherman?
Yeah.
Somebody gave it to her, though. She didn't buy it, so.
Oh, well, never mind then. Sorry, Gabby.
Hi, Fizzy. I don't know who it.
Welcome to the stream, Fizzy.
Do we know you, or is it just? Are you a person finding us? I don't know. So I don't. But
right.
Hi. Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff to give away.
Yep. Prizes, great music. We're gonna be streaming 5 to 6 hours. A lot of beer drinking.
Yeah.
But don't let you can judge if you want, but we're just gonna drink anymore.
Well, what did you need to get your mind off of, Fizzy?
Yeah, man, what's going on? Or what's going on, person?
Yeah, we don't know.
See, Cobble isn't here.
So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording of the podcast, but we're gonna stay on Twitch.
Yeah, we'll stay on Twitch.
So
chat with people.
You're a guy. Well, okay, good to know. What's up, dude? Yeah. So let's get the podcast over with and stay on Twitch. We should probably say you can find us on allaroundmusicpodcast.com. iTunes. I'm getting drunk, dude.
Yeah. iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Stitcher, Facebook, Twitter.
Thank you.
We're everywhere. We got the website, All Around Music Podcast. It looks flippin' sexy now.
Yeah, it does.
So
thanks to you.
Easy to navigate. Yeah,
Thanks to
I
Matt.
had some time. And but yeah, check out the website. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, don't miss the live episode, August 25th.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Check it out.